gonna make fun of you all day.
Yeah, it's gonna be a joke for the whole episode.
That's right.
This is AI Mac. That's gonna be the joke. He's AI
Robo Mac.
This is Robo Mac in the building.
Oh man.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna do an intro, or you want Crispin to do an intro? How's your
is
intro?
it past the time that I can
voice
curse?
today?
Is it past the time that I can curse?
Yes.
Long time ago, man.
Y'all niggas is on my dick. You know what I mean?
Oh man.
You have one
I'm
of
gonna
those?
let this. I do. It works pretty well. So
You don't have
right
to demonstrate.
into this. You already know.
Not at all.
Motherfuckers think I'm because I ain't got no face. That means I can't mute motherfuckers. So you already know what time it is. What the fuck is going on? What the fuck is this? What the fuck is going on? It's your boy Macky, M.O. Good brothers. We got the Razor Sharp clipping Johnny B. We also got Crispin A. What is that? This motherfucker look like what's his name? Doflamingo, the Dominican Doflamingo in the building. Happy Dominican Independence Day. Ya tu sabe, or whatever y'all niggas. Oh, no, y'all niggas be gotta que lo que niggas. Que lo que to my niggas, you know what I mean? And we are the Paradise Podcast. Welcome to episode 77. I hope y'all living well. Hope y'all breathing right. Hope y'all doing everything to stay good on this earth. As you can see today, I am AI Mac. You're not gonna see my face, unfortunately. I know it sucks. I would because it's me. But with that being said,
bienvenidos al
what the fuck is this? How's everybody doing today?
Merry Christmas to everybody out here in the street. You know what I'm saying?
I actually had the same thought in mind. I was like, wow, he is the Dominican Doflamingo.
Don Flamingo, man.
I see the resemblance. You just need that same
The jacket.
jacket that Jonathan Majors had on in that photo shoot. You just need that shit.
I need that.
Word.
Then you'd have the whole look
Flamingo.
Stupid.
Yo, Mac was shot there like RoboCop. And Macky-yomo.
He is AI Mac tonight.
You are my dick.
What'd you say?
I say you are on my dick. Anyway, so today we got a short episode for you guys today. Probably won't be more than like
teeny weeny. Let's not put a time on it.
Let's not put a time on it.
Let's just
oh my bad. I already did. It's too late.
Let's not
it's late. It's too fucking late.
Don't listen to this AI. We're still teaching him how to be just like Macky. He's got his attitude right.
He's not the real one.
But he doesn't have his professionalism down.
We didn't see the
so we're still training this AI. This is Mac GPT right here.
There's only so much space. And only one person.
On the hard drive? Space. Yeah, I know. There's only so much space.
We gotta disconnect you later, bro.
Disconnect these, nigga. The fuck? Anyway. So I think Johnny B was about to bitch and moan about something. So I'm gonna give him the floor.
That's exactly what's on the agenda for today.
That's literally what he's trying to do. That's why I put my glasses on, because I want to listen right.
He wants to listen in. Can you guys hear me good? Is my mic volume good? Am I too loud?
Yeah, you're fine.
Is this better?
Mic volume good?
Is my mic volume good? Yeah, because I asked Mac earlier today if like my mic was low like all the time. He's like, nah, sometimes like I just put your mic low because I'm hating on you. And I was like, all right, bet.
Damn, boy, that's how we rocking on
Yeah. So I was like, all right, it's good to know. Like it's good to know that it's not me. That
at least
equipment is fine.
At least I have one hater, right? Yeah, got one hater.
I need to find out how to make more. That's
John, I don't even have time to hate on your bitch ass.
Yeah, I know you. Too busy trying to learn how to be like the real Mac AI Mac. I know you're a very busy AI, and we're not gonna abuse you today. We're gonna see how well you can do an episode, and
Nigga, go
if this
on.
experiment goes well,
Go
we'll do it again.
on. Shut the
Wow,
fuck
he's
up.
a
Go
he's a
on.
he's a very angry computer program, isn't he?
We gotta
So
reprogram this nigga.
so yeah.
Reprogram these
So
niggas.
so my issue has been with what I want to say is we're beginning the downturn of physical media in gaming. And the reason why I say we're moving downward is because physical sales for games are becoming tricky at the moment, and things are obviously affected by many things, right? Like there's only so many things we can blame the pandemic on at this point, right? When it comes to like shipping delays and things of that nature. Like most of the world, I know some countries are still on heavy lockdown situations, but most of the world is pretty functional right now. So I don't see how developers and companies can put games out, have a release date for games, but you may not necessarily get a hold of a physical copy of something that might be really popular right away. So I have a couple of examples of two games that I have pre-ordered, and both of these situations, because of, I guess, like game shortages, like whatever wherever it was coming from, if it was a shortage or a delay from the manufacturer or just through shipping, but retailers were accepting pre-orders for games and then did not have available inventory to ship on release date. So back in early February, no, January, which I probably should have did much earlier. So the January situation, I probably could have avoided by doing it sooner. But I went ahead and I pre-ordered the Hogwarts Legacy game as a gift for Sirmata because her birthday was in the beginning of February, and she's a really big Harry Potter fan. So I went ahead and I pre-ordered the deluxe edition. I knew that the perks for the deluxe edition were more than likely going to be just for the people who paid for it digitally and already had it pre-installed on their game consoles. What they did was anybody who purchased the deluxe edition for that game was able to play the game. I think like 2 or 3 days early before release date. So instead of having to wait till the 10th, I think you could have played it on the 7th. So in January, I pre-ordered a physical copy of the deluxe edition to Hogwarts Legacy. And Amazon had it advertised as this one, releases on the 7th, on February 7th. I'm like, okay, that's because technically the deluxe edition does release on the 7th. So maybe I might get this game on the 7th. So I do the pre-order, and on the 7th,
The
I get a
7th of what?
notification, the 7th of February. So on the 7th, I get a notification from Amazon that the game had been delayed, that I wasn't going to receive it until March 27th. That's what it had on it. That was the date that they sent me, March 27th. So I was like, holy shit, what the hell is this? Why more than a whole month after the release of the game am I getting something that I pre-ordered? It just didn't make sense to me. I've never, ever had a situation where I pre-ordered something. Like the idea is to pay for it in advance. It's going to be there, and you either pay off the balance or you take it home if you paid for it in full. or it just gets sent to you. I've pre-ordered other Nintendo games in the past and things of that nature. I always get everything that I pre-order. I usually do my pre-orders physically in a GameStop store, and then I'll go to the GameStop on the day of release and just pick up the game that I ordered. But I decided, hey, I may not have enough time to make it to GameStop. I can just pre-order it through Amazon because they have it available, and it'll just ship to my job. But immediately, I guess because of how popular this game was going to be, pre-orders sold out immediately. But on Amazon's end, they were still accepting pre-orders, even though they were well sold through on whatever small accolation that they had. They were sold through on that, but we're still taking pre-orders. So it's like, okay, yeah, you're guaranteed to still get a game, just whenever the hell we get the game.
That's crazy.
Then we'll send you the
I
game.
see what you're saying.
So, I was just, a little frustrated. I even went ahead and I called Amazon's customer service just to see if I could figure out what the hell happened and why this is going on. I got no good information. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't expecting much, but I figured it's worth calling instead of just being upset and not having any information at all. So I called and, was just like, hey, what's the issue on this or whatever? What's the point of allowing customers to pre-order if you don't have the stock available for the item? It defeats the pre-order. Just change it to out of stock or, whatever. Like if the pre-orders are done, they're fucking done. That means that like whenever you have something in stock, you'll make it available for purchase. I just didn't understand why they didn't have it, but they were still selling it. And, it's because of those, well, we're gonna get it, it's not our fault that we don't have it. So we still have the grounds to do business with you, but you have to wait until we have the product available for you, type of thing. So, I thought about it real, long, should I cancel this pre-order or not? And, I ultimately decided to keep it because, I knew that Simata was still playing Horizon Forbidden West, and she wasn't anywhere near finished with the game by the time Hogwarts Legacy came out. So on her birthday, I told her, I said, hey, I also pre-ordered you this game, but it's not available right now. It's like basically sold out everywhere, and I'm going to get it a little later. Are you cool with that since you're still playing this game? Yeah, she was cool with it. Yeah, we waited for it. I actually got it earlier than they said they would send it to me. I got it like a few days ago. I got it I think on Saturday. So the game came in, so it shipped early. That's just the first part. Nintendo does a Nintendo Direct recently. They announced that they're doing the Metroid Prime remaster, right? Yeah. You could download the game right after the Nintendo Direct. They were going to make it available on the eShop.
But it doesn't come out until
no, but you got to wait a few hours for it to be available. But after the Direct presentation, it would be available to download. But if you wanted the physical version, the physical version got a release date of February 22nd. So there were people, including myself, that ordered within the first 48 hours that pre-ordered this game. And I pre-ordered it and I said, you know what? I'm gonna do it on Amazon again. I don't know why, but I just decided to do it on Amazon again. So I go to Amazon to because I've done it with them
lesson from the first time.
No. So I went ahead and I said, all right, I'm gonna try this again. So I go to Amazon and I do the pre-order, but the date that it had on it was February 13th. So I said, okay, that's weird. I know that's not the date because Nintendo told me the 22nd. So I'm not even thinking about the 13th. I'm thinking 22nd is going to be just fine. So I do the pre-order, and then not that long after that, they tell me, oh yeah, your pre-order is not going to be available until sometime between March and April. So now I'm here like, okay, Amazon's doing this to me again. This is Amazon selling through on something and then still allowing people to pre-order the game, but they don't have the stock to actually ship it to anyone. So I'm heated. I'm upset. I call Amazon again to complain, saying like this is the second time I pre-order something, and I was telling me I won't get it for way more than a month after this item is supposed to be available, and I don't understand why. They didn't have any information for me. They were just like, well, this item is just not physically available, so we can't send you nothing. So when it becomes available, we can send you something. And if you don't want it, just cancel it. That was basically the stance on both occasions. So I'm like, all right, cool. Let me figure this out. I look and I see that GameStop is still taking pre-orders. I said, let me try and see if GameStop's going to send it to me. So I do the pre-order with GameStop because it was available to do, and it had the release date listed as the 22nd properly. I said, okay, GameStop's probably going to do it, right? I'm going to get it. No. So everyone's fucking orders got delayed on this fucking game. And I thought it was just me because I was like, this is really insane. Like, why am I not getting this game for some reason? So I have 2 pre-orders for this game at this point. And what I'm realizing from listening to like gaming news and seeing what people are talking about on Twitter and stuff like that is that a lot of people pre-ordered these games, right? A lot of people pre-ordered Metroid Prime Remaster for the Nintendo Switch, and none of the stock was really available. It was something where, since Nintendo decided to shadow drop this game and surprise everyone with the announcement, and then tell everybody, oh, in just a couple of weeks you'll be able to buy the physical version of this game if you want. I genuinely think they underestimated the amount of time they needed to get that product to their retailers in order for retailers to have it available.
I think they thought that people were just going to get the digital.
I think they were leaning more towards people downloading it than they were people physically buying it. And that brings me to like my thoughts on what's kind of happening is that I'm noticing for games that are really popular, not all games you're going to have these situations where you pre-order something and it doesn't come in. If you do it the way I should have done it, like go to a GameStop or some physical store location like a Best Buy, because they do it also, and pre-order it in store, and you know you're going to go to that store and pick it up when it comes in, you're more than likely going to have a better chance of getting your pre-order, because they'll stop the stores from taking pre-orders when they don't have any more pre-orders to fulfill. So I just feel like that might be a little safer than just doing it online like I was doing it, and Amazon. But I had never experienced something like this, only because every other pre-order that I've done, I've never had an issue receiving it on the day that the game releases. If not, it ships on the day that the game releases, and I might get it a day or two later. But I get some type of notification like, hey, you ordered game is coming. You're going to get it. And I've had stuff shipped to me in the past, and this is the first time that it was ever an issue. And I'm noticing that both of these occasions had situations set up where the company was kind of enticing the consumer to go the digital route. With Hogwarts, they were basically saying anybody that pre-downloads the deluxe edition, pays for the more expensive version of the game, can play the game 3 days early. So the people that went ahead and downloaded it were able to play it 3 days early. So there was the benefit of doing it digitally there. So anybody that wanted to play the game physically had a difficult time unless they pre-ordered it, early enough at whatever store that they were going to definitely get their copy. But people like me weren't able to really get a hold of it until a little bit later. And with Metroid Prime, it was available right when they announced it. You could download it, but if you want to buy the physical game, it's not available until a later date because nobody has the game yet because we just announced it. So it's something where I'm noticing a lot of these these developers are paying less and less attention to the physical part of the business and are driving more traffic towards just keeping things digital. And I know that an all digital future is inevitable. I know that at some point we're not really going to be purchasing physical video games, just like we stopped going to the store to buy physical movies, right? Like we don't really go to a DVD rental anymore or something like that. Like, or, like we're not buying Blu-rays like that unless you collect movies. People are streaming now. So I know that at some point, digital games and cloud streaming for games is going to be primarily what we do. But in an era where we do still have physical games, gamers like me like to collect physical games, like a physical representation of the game that they purchase and own, something that if I decide I want to resell someday, I have the freedom to do that because I physically own something that gives you access to said game. But when you download things digitally, they're tied to you, your account, your devices, things like that. So it just becomes different. Like the game doesn't have as much independent value, in my opinion, when there is nothing physical behind it. So I feel like we're gonna start seeing more of this, where a physical version for a game is just gonna be tougher to find than a digital version of a game. I was looking at where I was gonna buy One Piece Odyssey for my Xbox because I want to play that on my Series X, and everybody has it for the PS5, and it's sold out for the Series X for some reason. But if I want to download it, I can download it. So it's like, hey, I have access to the game, right? Game is available to me, but if I want it the way that I want it, it's not as easy to find.
You know what?
I just want to quickly say something real quick.
Go for it.
And so when it comes to, I think the reason why a lot of the stuff, yes, it's about they want to push people towards downloading games like you mentioned, but I also think, I don't know if you remember, but there was a thing going around where some of these, and it wasn't really some, it's mostly PlayStation, had the ability, if I think it's like with like the PS Plus or whatever that shit is called, that they can delete the game from your hard drive and you won't be able to use it. So to play certain games is by having the actual physical copy. But again, they're pushing us towards only getting down. I mean, I only get downloaded games, so it doesn't bother me. It only sucks because the Series S I can only have like up to 3 games on there at once. Yeah, I know I can delete games and re-download it when I want to use it. Yeah. But on my Xbox One, it's like a terabyte. I have about like 6 or 7 games on there, versus my Series my Series S, I can have like 3 max. And with these games coming out with like bigger maps, it's gonna be harder for me to have a big game. Like I can only imagine the file size for a Hogwarts game. That shit has to be like at least like 75 to
maybe 80, maybe
80
90
gigs.
Yeah, but
that shit only got 128 or some shit like that.
No, you have like
512,
half a terabyte. Yeah,
512.
Yeah, 512 gigabytes.
Yeah, but then you gotta also account for save files.
Yeah, but that's in your
apps
that's
on there as well, like TV.
Yeah, the streaming apps and stuff take up space. But hold on, wait. There was a point that I just wanted to make to what you were saying about the file sizes. Nowadays, the physical game is just like your security key to access the game. Most of the game is still downloaded onto whatever device you're playing it. Even if you have a Nintendo Switch cartridge and you put that bitch inside your Switch, you're still gonna have to download the rest of the game, but you can't play that motherfucker unless you put the cartridge inside the machine. So it's more like your security key that gains you access to the digital copy that you now have on your fucking device. So even if I play a disc game in my Series X, I still have to download it to the console. I just can't play it unless I put the disc in.
the thing that I wanted to say is that like there's a whole bunch of games that nobody could actually have access to. Like I'm talking about old games like retro shit that weren't popular, but somebody that liked that game still has it in his house.
Yeah.
And because they bought it physically, they could
Go
still
back
play,
to it.
play it. You know what I'm saying? So now,
as long as you have the correct
let's put it in
hardware and
perspective.
everything, yeah.
Let's put it in perspective. Let's say that game, the Harry Potter game, will only come out in digital, and Xiomara wants to play it 10 years from now, but she can't download it no more because whatever happened, right?
Yeah, maybe Sony switches something.
What the fuck she gonna do now? Because she liked the game when she was playing it, but you can't play it no more.
You have to go dig up whatever device you had it downloaded to and play it on that. However,
if that device is fucked, it's over. Like it's done. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the bad part of not doing physical shit no more. Like the same thing with music. Like this artist that you don't remember, but if you have their CD and you going through the CD, you're like, oh shit, I forgot. Fulanito de Tal was a nigga. Like, what's good with this man? Let's put this shit in. Boom. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because it's things that you don't remember. And
what's the artist's name again? What's the artist's name?
I just said some bullshit. Fulanito de Tal.
I thought you said Finito the dog. I said, who the fuck? I need to hear shit.
Nah, it's like
oh no.
It's like you don't have the access to it no more. Like it's done, bro. It's like, let's say One Piece manga, right? I don't think that's ever gonna disappear as his books, but let's say they stop selling them shit. And 30 years from now, like nobody got a book of them motherfuckers. Like, so what we gonna do now?
I mean, they stopped selling Shonen Jump.
They stopped selling physical Shonen Jumps. It's now all digital.
Yeah, you can't get a physical in English anyway.
No, yeah, they don't give a fuck about us. They never did.
I mean, it saves them money.
Of course, but remember back in the day when we could get the physical joint?
Yeah, they used to send it over here. Yeah, but
I lost all my shit.
The Japanese still go to fucking manga cafes, nigga. Them niggas.
Yeah, that's the thing is like even physical book media is different too. You know, you have digital access to everything, right? You have the Kindle versions of books if you want to read them on your phone or on an actual Kindle. You have an audiobook, which is how I consume all my books now. I just listen to them. Just because the medium is easier for me to digest. So I'm still consuming the book material, but just I'm not buying a physical book anymore from the store.
Yeah. I just think physical shit, it has to be there at least in the minimal quantity. And if people still ask for it, to create it, send it. You know what I'm saying?
You know, I don't know. My frustration is that, like, you know, it's something where, like, if you're gonna offer the product, sell the product. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't say you have it, if you can't send it. Yeah, like if you don't want to sell that product, or if you as a company don't really want to spend the money anymore, then just fucking don't, and just make it a digital only thing. So us as consumers already know the fucking deal. And if that's the only way I can get said game, and I really want to play it, I'll fucking download it. I'm not going to be that much of a damn stickler about it. But if you give me the choice, if you say, hey, look, I remade a classic, you know, first party game that everybody has been asking for, and we're going to put a nice little physical version of that together for you guys. Of course, people that played the original fucking game probably own the original fucking game. Like I'm not going to go run to my living room and go get it now, but I physically own Metroid Prime for the Nintendo GameCube. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's something where, and I have my fucking GameCube here. If I really wanted to turn it on, I could play Metroid Prime right now. My thing is, I want to play the same one they trying to resell you. No, I'm buying the remastered version now. If you look at the comparisons online,
but that's what I'm saying. Like,
yes,
it's the same game.
Yes, it's the same game. It's the same game.
Graphics,
it just looks better.
And they just
HD
the block.
They HD'd the block. Yes, they HD'd the block, and they changed the controls. So now they're twin stick controls, the way that we like to play first person shooters now. And I really want to play it like that. I really want to try the new control setup, and I want to see the new graphics, because the game was so fucking hard to play on the GameCube, because it wasn't a traditional twin stick setup, and it was very dark and very hard to see shit in that fucking game. It's still fun, but just, a pain in the ass. Like, it's not something I would just want to go back and play through the whole fucking game like that. Like, I don't really want to do that right now. But I love the idea of being able to revisit the game, but being able to play it with modern controls, something that looks beautiful. I can play it on my Switch. I can take it to the barbershop, or I can play it at home on the TV, or I could do, like the versatility of having it on a modern console and having it look like a modern game and feel like a modern game is the experience that I'm actually spending my money on. It's not the game itself. I have the fucking game. If I really want to play the game, I can play the game. But my thing is, cool, you're offering a product that's interesting to this kind of consumer. This consumer should be able to just purchase the product.
Give me my shit.
It's like that. But it's just something where, like, okay, cool. Maybe there's shipping delays, right? We're gonna blame it on the shipping companies, but at the same time, like, none of the retailers had them. None of the retailers. Like, people were saying online and on Twitter that they were visiting multiple Walmart locations, multiple Target locations, multiple GameStops, just looking to see who had physical copies. So like some people would say, oh yeah, no one had a physical copy. I was only able to find one, or like some people would be like, oh yeah, the Walmart in my area and like West Bubblefuck had like 4. Mac, is that you beeping in the background?
No.
Probably me. I'm in Newark, remember?
It sound like your smoke alarm going off. Somebody burning something.
No. That's outside. Some car going backwards.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
He said, it's me. I'm in Newark. But, yeah, like it's just frustrating, because I feel like nowadays, like, if you want something, right, like, or if you're a genuine fan of something, like, not only do I have to fight the gatekeepers of every fucking community, because there's resellers and hype beasts now everywhere, right? Like, not only do I have to fight the bots and I have to fight the resellers online for anything that I think is interesting, but now fucking video games, I can't even just buy a game. Like, the way you used to just go to a store and just be like, oh, game came out, I want a game, and buy the game. Can't fucking do that anymore. Like, I know, like, games, when there's a really hot release, and they used to do midnight releases at GameStop, and people would fucking line up and get real hype, and they would sell out of pre-orders and stuff. Like, I get it. Like, it happened. Really popular games, they're gonna sell out. Pre-orders are gonna sell out. I'm not saying that, that I want to be treated special because, oh, there wasn't anything available when I finally got around to it. No, my thing is, if a retailer's expecting to have something, now they look like, the fool in the situation where the consumer doesn't get their product because wherever the hell the retailer is supposed to get it from didn't do their job. The manufacturer didn't ship enough. They didn't expect as many people to buy physical, or they just didn't do it in time or in a timely manner. I mean, it's bad enough that nowadays you buy a game and it's not even ready on day one. The game is ass. Like, it probably has bugs and glitches galore. And then you have to wait until they patch it, or they update it, or they add new content into it for you to get the full experience that you originally paid for, which sometimes doesn't happen for weeks or months down the line in a game's life cycle, which is annoying. So I know that like, like you guys don't necessarily go out to buy games physically like that or anything, but I
actually do for some games, I want the Pokemon games physically, and I don't even want to open them, to be honest. I want to play the digital, but I want the physical because I don't want to open it. I just want it.
Pokemon's unique because Pokemon, like, always increases in value as time goes on, just because, of how popular of an IP that Pokemon is. And there was a Pokemon presentation that happened today that the internet's not excited about either.
No, it wasn't good. I saw it.
Oh, what? You're not excited for paid DLC? Come on.
No.
And to sleep
They
with
didn't.
Snorlax?
They didn't really show anything in the deals of the DLC other than those two Pokemon that I could get right now.
I want to sleep with that Snorlax with the little pajama hat on. That look comfortable. No,
I mean that's a free phone game. I mean I could download that if I want to sleep with it, but nigga, who the fuck cares? To be honest.
Yeah, no, it was type mid.
It was trash.
It was type mid.
No, it was trash. It wasn't mid. It was trash.
But you know, Pokemon's another situation. I mean, Pokemon, like I pre-ordered Pokemon, and I got my thing for Pokemon, but that wasn't even like I guess like Pokemon over anticipated like what they would like. They had enough as much as Pokemon sold. I didn't hear anybody had an issue with finding a copy of Scarlet and Violet. Not one person was just like, I can't find Pokemon anywhere.
You couldn't find a bundle. Those sold out quick. Like both of them together.
But you could find
them. But you could find them, yeah.
You could find the fucking game. And that game sold a lot. So why a game that is smaller? Like my guess is just they didn't think the game was gonna sell that well physically. That's my assumption, right? Like I don't know what's going on at Nintendo. I don't know whose fault it is, right? Just as a consumer with using only the information that I have, it just seems like they didn't think the physical version was gonna be that big of a deal, and it ended up being a big deal. Probably. I think that Metroid is gonna be available regularly in a few weeks. You know, like in the next few weeks, sometime in the month of March, everybody should get their pre-orders and stores should start getting a whole bunch of copies of that. And it'll just be on the shelf at GameStop whenever you go there. And it'll just be one of those full price games that are just sitting on the shelf there for you to buy. But right now, when everybody wants it, it just wasn't available. It wasn't available for people that pre-ordered it like immediately after the damn Nintendo Direct.
Yeah.
Like how soon did you want someone to pre-order it in order to get it on fucking release day? It's just I don't know.
Before they announced it, nigga.
Yeah, before I announce it, I want you to pre-order it. Before you even know it's coming, just pay for it anyway. Like,
let's pre-order it, nigga.
I don't know. It's ridiculous. Like other situations, like I'm about to start this one on the Switch soon. This is Nier Automata. Mm-hmm. Right. This is like a really long, like action JRPG kind of situation. And this one I ordered it the day that it came out. And I got it like a day or two later. You know, like it's just like some games you're gonna be able to get with no issues, no hassle.
I think it's what you said. They didn't expect people to order it that much. And I think Hogwarts they didn't expect people to wait. No.
You gotta also remember this is like the first Harry Potter game this big in a long time. Like to be honest with you, and when I mean Harry Potter, I don't mean like what do you call it? Like Lego Harry Potter. I don't count. I'm talking about this is like the first flagship big Harry Potter
something
game.
That's its own thing, not a movie tie-in game. Because I played some of those.
Because the last Harry Potter game I played was a Quidditch game.
The Quidditch World Cup on the GameCube.
Ooh, that shit was fire!
I
had it for PlayStation 2.
It's Simada's copy, but I have a copy of that physically in the game.
That shit is fire. They need to bring that on Game Pass, please and thank you.
No, it's too much licensing with that.
That and we need both of those ASAP.
Bro, just companies just need to going back to what we were talking about. Companies just need to assess the hype of what the game is. You know what I'm saying? And then if your game is really hype, bro, just make a lot of physicals, bro. At least in this era. Or if you don't want to deal with that, like you said, just make it digital, bro.
Like just keep it digital, and then if it sells through well, then you can introduce.
You could introduce a physical. Like, just be like, yo, a physical's coming. If you want the physical one for real, the physical's coming up later, like in 2 months.
You know, like there's companies, right? Like I've bought games from companies, which company did this one? Either Super Rare or Limited Run. I think I bought it from Limited Run. Where there are companies that they make physical versions of games that are usually out of print or digital only games. They'll be the ones to take on the cost of making the physical version. Now, the consumer is paying a premium for the physical version so that that company can actually make money for making the physical version. So it's not going to be the exact same price as the game, but usually with their physical versions, they give you extra shit. It comes with bonus stuff because it's like, yeah, hey, you went through the trouble of buying this from us, so you're gonna get more than just game, right? You're gonna get like extra shit. um and those are fun, right? Those you have to pre-order. But the pre-orders are open for a very considerable amount of time, so they know exactly how many people fucking want this thing, and then they make it. And I'm not saying that that's how it.
I'm pretty sure they close pre-orders early too, just because they just want a certain amount. I know companies that do that too, that they open a pre-order and be like, yo, pre-order closes this day. So you don't order in between this day, you're not pre-ordered. You can't pre-order. That's it, we're done.
And that's it, bro. Like just imagine it like this. Like imagine and okay, cool. It wouldn't be the same. I would compare like a cell phone to like maybe a game console, not a video game. Right? Yeah. But I guess the only thing that you really would pre-order at a cell phone store is just the phone, right? Like probably not like accessories or anything like that. Like nobody's pre-ordering like new fucking Beats that are coming out or something.
No, nobody do that.
But like imagine if a customer pre-orders a phone. And the phone was in so much demand that, like, let's say Apple just didn't meet the demand, just didn't ship enough fucking iPhones.
Happens all the time.
I swear to God.
Where it's just like no, you don't get it.
No, that happens all the time. Like
but
so the perfect example.
That's how you can tell I'm not an iPhone customer.
In the store in T-Mobile, it says sold out. You can't pre-order it.
But it'll say sold out. It'll tell you no, there is no more. But if you manage to get into the pre-order, are you not guaranteed your fucking product?
No, you guaranteed it for 100%.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but you may just have to wait.
You may have to wait like 2 or 3 days extra.
2 or 3 days is not a month and a half later.
It depends. Like after, like the thing is that you see, if everybody pre-orders, the entire batch that's in pre-order. Like if they sell the batch and you come the day it releases to buy it, like I don't know if I'm getting a batch in the store the day it releases because of pre-order. Sometimes I just don't get it. Like people, you have it in store. I'm like, no, you're gonna have to order it. Once we order it after the pre-order date, it's like iPhones come out in September, you get that bitch in December.
Was that makes sense if you weren't a part of the pre-order. Yeah. But I'm saying, like, if a customer got in their pre-order,
they'd be good,
and was told you get your product on this date, and then on the date they're like, we actually didn't have enough phones. You don't get your phone today. You gotta wait till December. Do you think that customer would have been like, so why the fuck did I pre-order it? Like, that's how I fucking feel. It's like if you weren't gonna have the fucking product, why did you let me order it? That was my issue.
No, I feel
all right, not that like like I don't expect really popular things to be hard to find. I'm not stupid. Like I get it. I know that like if something's really fucking popular, it's gonna be a little hard to find when on the day it fucking comes out. But when you pre-order something, you're intentionally trying to get around the chaos of buying something on release date. So you pay for it in advance. That's my only issue. Is like if this is the trend that we're gonna start going down, where buying physical media is just gonna be a pain in the ass. Like it doesn't look good for gamers like me that are looking to physically collect these things. Like it's fine. Like if you really, really, really want to play the game, and for me, I have so many games to play that it's not that like I really need this game to play it right now, but it's something that like when you pay for something, you expect to have it, and it's like I would like to own this. I would like to put it in my collection. I would like it to stare me in the face every day and get mad at me for not touching it yet. Like Like, don't leave me in the backlog. Play me. Like, I want to be able to have the choice. I want to be able to look at a game. I bought this like last October and I still haven't started it yet. You know, but I have it at any moment. If I decide to just turn it on, I could do so. I could make that decision. I could choose to play it. And, you know, I don't want the freedom of choice to be taken away from me. Like, don't give me a choice if you're not going to give me the choice. Make it a digital thing, or, you know, be fair about the physical releases. I don't know. I feel like there's enough consumers that buy physical media out there. Like, I'm not the only person. There's definitely a lot of people that like to physically buy things, games, even movies. It just shouldn't be this hard, in my opinion. It just shouldn't be this hard to just buy shit. I don't understand why post-pandemic it's still hard as shit to just fucking buy things. Why? Like, I don't get it. Yeah, I just don't. I feel that.
I'm with you on that one, my friend. I'm with you on that one.
So, I mean, I'm keeping both of my pre-orders. If you guys are curious, both of my pre-orders. I'm actually going to do a favor for someone that I know that wasn't able to do a pre-order. So I'm going to give that person one of the 2 pre-orders that I got, and I'll just keep the other one. So I made it work, right? You know, like I figured it out. It's not the end of the world. It's just a video game. I know I'm not in a rush to play it anyway, but it's kind of the principle and something that just like frustrates me because I don't really buy that many games. Like, I play a lot of stuff on Game Pass because I already pay for my Game Pass subscription. And, you know, if they're going to put it on Game Pass, I'm going to fucking play it there. I'm not going to buy it. If I'm already paying for my subscription, I'm not going to buy it. I'm going to play it digitally. So I play a lot of fucking digital games on Game Pass. But if it's something I really want, I'm going to buy it because I want to own it. I want to put it on my shelf and be happy. Be a happy boy because I have game. I have game that I wanted to have. It's there. Like, that's it. That's all I fucking want. Like, it's just, it shouldn't be this hard. It just shouldn't be this fucking hard.
It shouldn't. It really shouldn't.
It's fucking hard. I'm sorry. But that's it.
I'm with you though. I'm not against what you're saying.
It just don't make no sense.
Yeah,
it just don't make no sense. You would have looked at that customer that ordered a phone and was just like, "What do you mean you don't have my phone?" Like, I ordered this shit months ago. Like, I bet I did it when I was supposed to.
All I did was place the order, my friend.
I ordered it the day you allowed me to order it.
and I placed the order the day the system allowed me to order. So you know you gotta call Ghostbusters.
That's exactly how people at T-Mobile be. They be like, "Yo, man, I honestly can't help you with nothing. I know I work here at a T-Mobile shirt on, but there is literally nothing, absolutely nothing that I can do.
If you want to buy a phone, I can sell you a phone. But if you want to buy a phone, I can't.
100%.
If you want to buy a phone, I can definitely sell your phone. You got a problem with your bill, you're gonna have to call customer.
You have to. What you want me to do?
It's like customer service told me to come into the store
because they don't want to help you.
Nah, customer service lied to you. You got to call them again.
That's a fact.
I know.
You were customer service. You were lying.
I know the company. Yes, I know. Do you know how many times? I'm not gonna say the company I used to work for, but do you know how many times customers would be like, "Oh, why can't I just go return my TV box?" And like, I can't. Hold on. No, sorry. Oh, I can't cancel my service in the store. I have to call you guys. Yeah, you have to call us. If you go to the store, they're gonna tell you to call us. So don't go to the store. Look in the table. They gonna let you like they're not gonna tell you shit. Call us.
That's 100.
Or they'll do something stupid like, oh, I canceled my television service. It looks here that like still got TV service, so it's like, you know, and they be like, well, I went to the store and I returned the box. Okay,
you
that doesn't let you cancel your service. That means you just returned the equipment. You know, you can watch TV without the box, right? It's called an app. You can watch it on an app. You don't need the box. It's like, oh no, told me in the store they canceled it. No,
that's a lie.
What they told you in the store that they're removing the charge of the TV box, not the charge of the television service. All the story, call customer service.
Call customer service, which I did. Amazon's customer service is not very helpful, but
they are terrible, bro. They always to go crazy because I hate
Yeah,
using.
no.
I hate that, bro.
Now, you know, but you know what? Like, I don't normally have a lot of issues.
In fact, fuck it. They always got some Indian motherfucker on there.
Oh,
don't know
my God!
shit.
What are you saying right now,
Oh
my
my
nigga?
God!
He is. They not?
No,
that might be where some of their call centers are, maybe.
but
For
not
sure.
all the time.
For sure.
Not all the time.
Every
Yeah,
time
no, I don't
okay, let me
always
speak for
get.
myself then. Every
I don't
time
always
I
get
have
someone on
called,
there.
it is always someone from
Yep,
South
Maggie's canceled.
Asia on the phone.
And I assume that you're aggravated with navigating the
I'm
accent
not
or something
aggravated with
because
that.
it can't
No.
be that you're
I'm not
upset
aggravated
about
with
them
them.
being from
I'm
that
not
part of the
aggravated
world.
with in particular. It's like the level of customer service. And this is no shade to people overseas who work in their jobs. No shade to them. But
This is
listen,
all
right?
shade to them.
There
Whole
no,
bunch
it's
of
no
shit.
shade because I used to work customer service. So
It might
I
be a
know,
Dominican
like,
talking to you on the
and
low.
again, a lot of the people that I speak to people, and a lot of them are racist when they certain things. But I understand where their frustration comes from because all they want to do is call in and get one thing fixed, and the person they're speaking to, they can't, or they are not it's literally going in one ear and out the other. So I understand the frustration, but again, when white people do it, it's racist. And the pod, John.
Yeah, he just had to put the Hotep hat on.
Yep.
During a rant about ordering video games.
I'm not a hotep, but my caps stay ready.
Nigga, oh my God.
Anyway,
And the pod,
so,
I'm done.
Yes. So that is it. That is the end of my baby cry about not getting my pre-orders on time. You know, Hogwarts is here. It's in the house. It's not being played because Homegirl's still not done with Horizon Forbidden West, but she is almost done. She is at like the final
Calling
part
your
of the
wife
game.
homegirl is crazy.
Homegirl.
I mean, he's at home and she's a girl. So
Yeah, that's Homegirl. She always
a woman.
girl.
She not always
Okay.
home.
Okay. He's getting so butthurt over this.
Okay.
He's defending her like crazy. But
Hell
you know,
yeah.
she got her
She's
game.
a woman.
She got her game. Her got the game. And she gonna play
if that's what she presents it as.
That-
You don't know what she
that's-
identifies as, nigga?
I definitely do.
He don't. I'm pretty sure he knows.
I know.
Pretty sure.
So
I'm pretty sure he knows.
she
You
has
think
the
married
game.
people tell each other everything? Must be
Yeah,
out your
you're right.
fucking mind.
You're right. It's probably a secret. So
Woo!
So she's got her game and will play it whenever she can. And whenever the hell I get my Metroid Prime remaster,
2024,
I will enjoy it. Maybe January 2024, maybe in the summertime. Hopefully before my birthday in May, I'll have the game. You know, and it'll be a great time. It'll be a great time. But that's all the time that we have for today's episode. And I do appreciate you guys hanging out with me and listening to me complain about Amazon for an hour. That was fun.
That's all he literally this whole hour. I cannot lie to you.
You know something, Mac. You're the one that always complaining in this pod.
Yes.
It was about time somebody was.
I really don't be complaining.
Nigga, what?
I really don't be complaining.
Nigga,
y'all motherfuckers be complaining. Y'all be like,
nigga.
Oh, plays
he says he don't complain. About that. We talking about you hate PlayStation for fuck PlayStation all the time.
That's not me complaining. That's not me complaining. You know what that's called? That's called compelling content. And the pod,
you
please.
Complaining, nigga.
All right. So on that note, we're definitely getting the fuck up out of here. So thank you guys. Thank you guys for rocking with us. If you made it all the way to the end of the episode, I love you and I appreciate you. I don't know about the two of them.
Nah, fuck y'all niggas.
But I love you guys. And I appreciate y'all. And if you're watching us on YouTube,
that motherfucker is muted.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed and you're not already here with us. And share this video with friends and family that are interested in video game and anime topics. We do this every week or so. Right. And you can follow us also on all of our social media platforms, right? The Paradise Podcast. follow us individually. And you can also listen to this podcast on Anchor. And there's a unique feature on Anchor that allows you to donate to the podcast you're listening to. And we appreciate any and all donations over on Anchor. Yes, look at that. The strength, the muscle. And that's all the time we have for you guys. Let us know down below. Have you had issues with pre-ordering video games? Do you still buy physical games? Should I just stop complaining and just download everything from here on out? Let me know down in the comments below. Tell me how wrong I am, and I'll catch you guys on the next episode. Peace.
Happy Dominican Independence Day.
Okay.